I forgot about this, but our next guest, he's the athletic director here at Notre Dame, Pete Bevacqua. I think he was my boss at NBC and Peacock at one point. Although I never saw him, I don't know if we had any communication. Yes, Paul.
That's the best kind of boss.
Yeah, but I just remembered he worked at NBC Sports and ran NBC Sports, but I didn't come in contact with him. Yeah, Paul.
Then he went in the portal, and Notre Dame picked him up.
Yeah, they did. But the NIL, I mean, he's done a really good job here.
Good deal.
As we welcome the Notre Dame athletic director, Pete Bevacqua.
Thanks, guys. Thank you,
Whoa,
Dan.
whoa. Okay, what do we got? We got gifts here.
A little present for you.
There's
our new hockey jersey.
Okay. So this is the unveiling of the hockey jersey that will be on display tonight.
We're gonna wear it tonight. We play tonight again against St. Lawrence. We had a nice victory. I think a bunch of you guys were there.
Yeah, they were there.
Had a nice victory last night, 8-2, and hopefully we can keep it going.
That is awesome. Well,
and also, I have some of your old performance reviews.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
Sit down and talk about them.
Wait, were you my boss at some point?
I was, yeah.
But why didn't I talk to you?
You know, I was busy. And
why didn't you talk to me?
We talked.
Did you think I did a good job?
I thought you did a really good job.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Why am I not there anymore?
There's new bosses, right?
Great to talk to you. And I mentioned this. I don't know if I'm overstating it. You probably would think I am, but I look at Sankey and Petiti, and I look at you as, you know, probably the three most important people in college football: the SEC commissioner, Big Ten, and you here at Notre Dame. And you take over for Jack Swarbrick, who was one of the most influential people we probably had with the sport some time.
Yep.
Do you feel like you guys are the gatekeepers here? And if so, what goes along with that?
Well, I would tell you, first of all, it's not me. It's Notre Dame. I mean, Notre Dame has earned that position. You talk about the history of Notre Dame football, the power of Notre Dame football, the power of the brand. I'm the caretaker of that, you know, and I couldn't be more honored or feel more fortunate to be in this position. And I take that responsibility very, very seriously, that I'm in that room having those conversations with Greg Sankey, Todi Petiti, Jimmy Phillips at the ACC, Brett Yormark at the Big 12, and others. And, you know, we have a very definite point of view. We have a perspective. What Notre Dame believes in, being independent in this space, as you've mentioned in the past, is certainly a unique attribute to the position we hold in college football. And it's a great privilege to be in that room. I love being in that room. I love being a part of those conversations. And we're all hopefully united and aligned in certainly doing what's best. A commissioner has to always have the perspective of what's best for his or her conference. I have to have the perspective of what's best for Notre Dame. But I think we all hope to share a common ground of what's best for the future health of college football.
Okay, but what is that? There have been different models that have been put out there. And it feels like it's inevitable we're going to get to an NFL or Premier League type of format. Could you get 60 teams, 50, 40 teams, and almost secede from the NCAA?
You know, Dan, there's the concept of this Super League. Are there 24, 30 teams that extricate themselves from the college football space and create a mini NFL? For one, I think that's a horrible mistake. College football is not the NFL. We shouldn't be the NFL. We're something different. We're something that's special. The crowds, the alumni bases, the fact that these are 18 to 21-year-olds that change and graduate, there's a power to that. And I think in trying to replicate the NFL model, where there might be some more revenue there, particularly from a media standpoint, I think we'll ruin what's special. We won't look like the NFL. We'll look like a small version, a compromised version of the NFL, and we'll lose what's so special about what's going to happen here tomorrow night when you have two great storied programs from great schools coming together, this wonderful rivalry. You know, you have the Notre Dame, USC's, the Ohio States, Michigan's. That's what makes college football so special.
But we're losing these rivalries. We may lose USC, Notre Dame.
Well, I would say, and I can't speak for USC, but in the conversations we've had, I think both schools, both administrations are committed to keeping this series alive. We've had a lot of positive conversations with USC. They're continuing literally around the clock. My hope, and I think USC shares this, and I know they share it, we want to keep this series going. It's so special. Hey, I'll be the first to admit it's great for Notre Dame. I think it's great for USC. And maybe most importantly, I think it's great for college football. This is one of those rivalries that defined college football, defined the sport, the greatest intersectional rivalry that there is. And I think the public deserves it. I think the college fans deserve it. All the pageantry of a Notre Dame USC game. You think about the importance of this game over the history of college football, how many national championships were influenced and determined, the Heisman Trophy winners. And I understand, with the Big Ten, the conference schedules, more conference matchups, that's tough, that's difficult. Travel for USC now that they're in the Big Ten. But I just think college football deserves it. I know we feel that way. I know USC feels that way. And, for us, we're lucky that we have a long list of really prominent teams that want to play us. They want to do home and homes. They want us to come to their stadiums. They want to come here to Notre Dame. And, that's great. And that's a fortunate position to be in. And that's the power of Notre Dame and the power of the program under Coach Freeman. But there's something really special about Notre Dame USC. And no matter how either team's season is going, anything can happen. You can make a team a more difficult road to a national championship. You can have an upset. It's just a wonderful history there that I hope we don't lose.
Yeah, but okay, so why are we at this point where we have to negotiate around the clock to keep this going if everybody understands the beauty of this rivalry, the importance of this rivalry?
I think it's scheduling and now the Big Ten schedule and the 9 games that they play. When you look at our schedule into the future, and we're talking about moments in the calendar month that make sense for us and for USC, I think there's no secret that USC would like to play our game earlier in the season. So I'm working hand in hand with somebody who's so important to our program, Ron Powless, who's a name everybody knows. And Ron is kind of mapping out what our future looks like in 26, 27, well into the 30s. And where could we position this game so it's a win-win for us when we go out there and when USC comes here and visits? I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. Nothing is finalized, but I'm optimistic that we'll get something done.
He's Pete Bevacqua, Notre Dame athletic director. But I understand from USC's perspective, it feels like Notre Dame may need USC more than USC needs Notre Dame because Notre Dame has a tough Big Ten schedule. And they don't want to jeopardize, another loss. Because if you have 3 losses, you're not going to make. Like tomorrow's an elimination game, it feels like, for Notre Dame.
Yeah, I think it's, we have a tough schedule this year. We opened up with 2 very tough competitive games, obviously with Miami, who's now, I think, number 2 in the country, and Texas A&M. We lost to Miami by 3 points there in our opening game. We lost to Texas A&M here by a point. Then we've had this great stretch of 4 victories in a row. But no, hey, no doubt about it. If we want to make the CFP, and we do, we got to go win tomorrow night. We know that. Our team knows that. Marcus knows that. But I'll push back on you. I think this game is just as important for USC as it is for Notre Dame, and just as important for college football. And if you're USC, you want this tradition. You want to play Notre Dame. You want Notre Dame to come out to the Coliseum. Just like when USC's here, we'll pack the house. The South Bend, there'll be 100,000 more people coming into South Bend, even people who can't get in the stadium just to be a part of the pageantry and the atmosphere. Well, that happens when we go out to the Coliseum. It's packed. The surrounding area is packed. It has such a benefit for the campus, for the community. And when you take 2 great historic brands from wonderful schools and you're able to have this great contest on the football field year in and year out, there's tremendous value for the entire ecosystem.
Well, I don't want to lose it, but I don't want to lose Notre Dame and Michigan.
Well, I'd love to play Michigan. And I think that's something we're going to work toward. I think that's one, I think back to my time here. I graduated in 1993.
If you join the Big Ten, then you get to play these teams.
Yeah, but we
just letting you know.
No, I hear you. And the Big Ten, hey,
Was it ever close?
Big Ten's a wonderful conference. I don't think it was ever close. There's the Big Ten, the SEC, the Big 12, the ACC. As you know, we're a member of the ACC for 24 of our 26 sports. We're Big Ten in hockey and obviously independent in football. I think it's a great time to be independent. And we're a unicorn, but we have a wonderful relationship with NBC, 35 years and counting. We have the luxury, and we're fortunate to schedule great teams. Think about this year. We had Miami, Texas A&M. We play USC. Going into the future, we have Alabama. We have Texas. We have some others that we're close to announcing. And I love the fact that the freedom we have from playing teams that make sense, playing in areas that we want to play in, whether it's going to New York City, going out to Los Angeles, playing in Yankee Stadium, next year opening up the season in Lambeau against Wisconsin, going to Ireland, thinking, hey, can we go play a game in Mexico City? You have the luxury of that when you're independent, but to be independent, you have to be good. And we know that. And that's an obligation, that's a responsibility. We have to be good, we have to stay relevant, we have to knock on that national championship door year in and year out. Because to stay independent, we have to be impossible to ignore. You have to be a unicorn, but you can't let the unicorn get starved. And that's tremendous pressure on the program, on our athletic department, on Coach Freeman, but it's pressure that we welcome and I think we thrive on.
If you had the deciding vote of expanding the playoffs from 12 to, let's say, 16.
100% answer, in my opinion. 16 teams is the way we should go. 5 automatic qualifiers, 1 each for the Power 4 conference champions, 1 for the highest G5 champion, 11 at large, prove it on the field. If we're lucky enough to be in, we're in. If because we're independent, we have 3 losses or 4 losses and we're out, we're out. I think there's almost unanimity in that feeling. And I hope that's where we end up. I feel passionate about that. I think it's the best thing for college football. I think it's the best thing for the future of college football. Look at the top 10 this year. Look at the different teams in there. Look at the success that Texas Tech is having. You want that. You want every team to wake up at the end of the summer and as they go into their first game and say, hey, if we do it, if we get it done, if we go 12-0, if we go 11-1, if we schedule tough opponents and have a strong strength of schedule, we can earn our way in there. Nobody wants a head start. That's not the way to do it. We want to prove that we can identify a true national championship, a team that's earned it on the field, and I feel very strongly about that.
Yeah, but can we lock in 16? We got to 12. And we were already going, well, we got to get to 14 or 16.
Yeah, I think what I love about, I think the move from 4 to 12 was terrific and smart. I think the move from 12 to 16 brings additional teams in, obviously, the 4 additional teams. It creates those 4 additional narratives around the country, brings those fan bases in, brings in other geographies. Yet there's that delicate balance that I think it achieves and maintains of identifying a true national championship, but protecting the integrity and the importance of the regular season. And there's no sport where the regular season games are more important than they are in college football. Here we are in week 7, and we have a game tomorrow night that for us will determine whether we can make the playoffs or whether we're on the outside looking in. That doesn't happen in other sports. And that's the beauty of college football. That's why there's so much passion around these games. And you mentioned games this weekend that are so important. Teams that can't afford to lose again, teams that need a quality win. That's the beauty of college football, and we can't lose that. It'd be a shame if we lost that.
Do you have uniform approval?
I have uniform input. Input. So Marcus, who's probably one of the 2 or 3 most stylish men in America, he has a lot of input. We tend to defer to him. We have color combinations that we like. And then he works with our very talented team and with our partner Under Armour to put the uniforms out there. But I get a sense that's a leading question. Are you thinking about a uniform that we haven't debuted yet?
No, I'm just curious. Is there anything like a bold move that you would make for a one-off?
Well, you think about our Shamrock series. We've had some really creative uniforms. You think when
I love the helmet with the shamrock on it.
Yeah, I think we see, though, the gold helmet as sacrosanct.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to monkey around with the helmets anymore. That gold helmet is as good as it gets. I'm biased. I think it's the best helmet in college football. But you think about when we went to Yankee Stadium for the Shamrock Series a few years back with the pinstripes, what we did last year when we went to Yankee Stadium for the Army game, what we're going to do next year at Lambeau, what we did a couple of weeks ago in the all-green uniforms. I love when we use the white on white with the gold helmets when we're away. So we're going to, we work with Under Armour. We want to change it up. The fans love it.
But you wouldn't do the leprechaun on the front, like the leprechaun you have
well,
here.
You can't put the leprechaun on front. You need the number.
But you can't do a...
No, you will see that we have the sports-specific leprechauns. We debuted the football one that you guys, you've been wearing a few weeks ago, and the fans love it. Coach Freeman loves it. We have the hockey leprechaun. We're going to do that in more sports. you will see that football leprechaun start to move into certain positions on some of our football uniforms. But unlike the hockey sweater, it won't be on the front or the back.
Can you give me an idea of how much merchandise you guys do?
Well, I would tell you.
We did a lot yesterday.
Well,
I just want to let you know.
That's a great
when you
thing.
have a two-story, bookstore full of merchandise.
It's like Saks Fifth Avenue on
yes,
campus, right?
like this has to be. You must do more merchandise than any other program in America.
I think, we're lucky. We have such a great, passionate, national, international fan base. That Notre Dame logo, whether you're in South Bend, Indiana, or New York City, or Beijing, people know what it is. It means something. And then to the credit of the university and to the credit of our partners like Under Armour, we come up with, really interesting designs that appeal to people. And then, as I say, you put it on Marcus Freeman, put him on television for 3.5 hours on a Saturday afternoon or a Saturday night, and everybody wants what Marcus wears. Now, the unfortunate thing is not everybody looks as good as Marcus does.
Yeah.
You guys do. You guys look great.
Your results may vary.
Yeah.
Can you get the Pope? He's a Southsider.
He's a Southsider, but he is a Villanova grad.
Yeah, but they don't have football.
They don't have football. We think the Pope's a fan. Our provost, John McGreevy, and our president,
It'd be kind
Father
of nice
Bob,
if maybe Fighting Irish and he's wearing the hockey.
a little blue and gold and green. It would be nice.
It'd be nice.
It's something to work on for sure.
Thanks for having us, hosting us. People here behind the scenes did a wonderful job. Could not have been more accommodating, and it is. And I don't know if an honorary degree is like in play now, but I'll throw it out there.
We're thrilled you're here. I love the show personally.
Is that a no?
I'll take it up with our president, Father Bob.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. I graduated from Dayton, so maybe
Dayton Flyers, great school.
Yeah, maybe like a graduate degree.
So you can come back and get an advanced degree.
A doctorate.
Yeah.
Something like that. Thank you, Pete.
Thank you,
He's
Dan. Thank
Pete
you, guys.
Bevacqua, Notre Dame athletic director. Last call for phone calls. What we learned. What's in store right after this.